let's move on. Let's move on to the next part of our agenda. There's an educational session which is now going to come up. Okay. This is a part of Toastmasters that we need to learn to learn. So we are going to learn today something about debates, and see, we are the members of this club who are really proud, that today's educational session, this will be conducted by a very enthusiastic gentleman. He's a passionate life coach. He hails from Hyderabad in India. He supports the UAE government in the Dubai municipality by holding the position of environment officer. He's a very passionate person, about Toastmastering. He likes skating. He likes to read a lot. Traveling also is part of his hobbies. His life goal is to live happily, like every one of us. He is a selfless leader and a continuous learner. According to him, debating is the best way to understand a topic, understand people also. His mother tongue is Telugu, but he has a Tamil song as his favorite. In fact, he's a Tamil song buff. And you know what is his most favorite song? In Kadal Solla Neramillai, Un Kadal Solla Thevayillai, Unnazhagale, Unnazhagale. It goes on like that, huh? Just wanted him to know that I also can sing. So please put your hands together and let's bring him on the stage with a great round of applause. Let us welcome our past area director and current assistant district director for club growth for Division K, Toastmaster Shashidhar Bairapu.
Thank you. Okay, let me try the Tamil sentence. Pardon me if any grammar mistake. இங்க எல்லாருக்கும் பத்திமன்று பத்தி நல்லா தெரியும். இப்போ நான் எங்க சொல்ல போறேன். So what I meant was, here everyone knows everything about debate. So what is that I'm going to say? I will share what I know about the debate. Probably this will help you when you go ahead on the division contest on the 27th. So we just concluded the club debate format, so everyone understands the 3 members in each team, team affirmative and the team who is against. So we'll go with the opening speaker from team A, then opening from team B, then rebuttal from team B, then rebuttal from team A, and summary by team B, then summary from team A. So this is the speaking order. Everyone is clear about it. Now, timing part, you are all clear. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and 2 minutes. Means opening speaker, rebuttal speaker will get 3 minutes each. Then closing speaker will get only 2 minutes. Try everyone summarize your over to you thank you statement before you are put on mute. Because when you are going on a contest level, and if you are mute before you actually close, most likely the judges will not like it. Means it says that your organizing of the speech or your time control is not there. So try to close your speech or your arguments or whatever it is within the given time limit. Okay, so actually I broke my hand a couple of days ago, so I have not prepared any special presentation. I'm just using the presentation which was already with you. And okay, everyone is able to see the presentation? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so debate. So the team A, team B, we have 3 speakers on either side, opening, rebuttal, and summary. Then we just come to know the speaking order. Then opening. You have to build your case. Either you are supporting the statement or you are negating the statement. In either way, you have your own way of saying it. when I was thinking like what example I can think of, at least for the opening or other thing, say everything has pros and cons or plus and minus of it. So sometime back I was discussing with a friend, suddenly the topic has come something about alcohol, vegan food, non-vegetarian and all this stuff. So he gave me two statements. First statement goes something like this. The best way to preserve anything is either it gets smoked or it put in alcohol. So I preserve my body by drinking alcohol and smoking. And the same person gives the next statement which goes something like this. The most precious thing, a sacred place, is where you not perform any of these kind of activities. So I take my body as a sacred place. So I will restrain myself from alcohol or smoking. If you actually give a thought about it, both have their own valid points to support their stand. So you have to build your case, whatever the thing. Today's topic is parents should be accountable. Parents should be held accountable for their child's crime. The team who is coming first, the very first speaker, has an option to define the topic. Now, when you say the child, as per the legal system, whoever is less than 18, the minor and major, that is one way of telling a child. And another part where our opponent speaker has brought up some psychology study, about 7 years, any person who performs, if they know full thing. It's not that they are influenced or they were told by elders or the parents or someone else. It's completely their will and wish they do. So you can define it. And when we say accountability, how much of accountability that you do? There is a portion of crime done by the child. But when you wanted parents to hold accountable, how much percentage of that? So if the opening speaker would have gone with those statistics that, okay, we support the point, parents should be held accountable by 50%. So you have that option. You are not changing the topic, but you are defining the topic. Then you can go with the statement or with the supporting studies or statistics. It could be a valid research information. It could be from newspapers or news channels or the authentic study materials, not like you can't say simple by Google search or Wikipedia. Bring out the exact reference point with authentic sources. Like when you're talking about this, bring something from the law firm or bring something very local. Like again, another area is where you wanted to discuss this. Is it for the area where we are in, or is it for a global perspective? So consider all these factors and build your case, either for or against. In today's speech, when we see our opening speaker from the team A, for me, again, truly it is for me, as I know the tally counters and the judges are already out from the room and they have marked their ballots. And no way my comments is going to influence that scoring. For me, it sounded like without any proper evidence. At last, before closing, some evidence has come. That is also Australia and UK, two references, which is combined 1998 and 2000. When it is there, you could have a 2 point, like as per the Australia law in 1998, this, and as per the UK Children's Law 2000, this. Like it could be 2 points rather than the 1 point, which was very easily rebutted by the rebuttal speaker. Come on, it's just 20 years. So when you are coming onto the rebuttal point, first and foremost, you question their content, context. If the content is good, question the context. If the context is there, content, or otherwise ridicule in a different way so that the question will come. So one example I could say, okay, we agreed pampering or love, the point which was said. It could have been, how come the pampering and the love come into the matter of crime? Instead of giving an example or an acceptance or an answer from our side, especially as a rebuttal, you can just question it. Do not answer, just question it. So coming on to the summary of the opening, before I go full on rebuttal, state your team's position on the topic very firmly. We as a team stand for the motion or stand against the motion. So this could be a very clear statement of your first sentence. Then identify the main elements. As I mentioned, you have an option to define the topic. You have an option to very clearly map the plot on a very wide open topic. Present your main arguments and research. Bring out that reference element very clearly. As per or according to so and so, this is what. According to so and so, this is what. Like, bring out point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. That will be hold you like you have really done research on your work. You really have something to define your topic. Restrict your arguments to 3 to 4 main points. Ideally, again, remember at the end of the day, the Toastmaster form, we all look for that speech construction. So when you have strong 3 to 4 points, you say the point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, then come up with a small anecdote if possible related to those points. Then summarize it in a proper way. Then restate your team's position. Again, are you speaking? Because sometimes there is a tendency people will get lost. Are you speaking for the motion or against the motion? So before you close, say it again. We, the team A, or we, the team B, or we, the team, if you have a name of anything. So stand for the motion or stand against the motion. Okay, very clearly say it and close your case. And some of the closing statements, like we rest our case, that could be by the opening speaker as well as by the summary speaker. Or we opening speaker, you can say these are the points we put forth for the discussion. You can say it in that way. So this is how you build the case. Okay, once the case is built, but is it strong enough? That's where comes the rebuttal. One way of rebutting is note down the point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, how many points that have given. See, is there any tendency or is there any trend that you can group if the points are more than 5? Because if you go each and every point, 3 minutes is not sufficient enough. So go with the point. Like today, again, when some of the things you said about social media, love, pampering, and intentional willingness, all this combined together and rebutted at one go. Okay, so group it and rebut. That's the one way of it. And second way, and the way how Samira has started very clearly saying that there is no proper evidence in any of the arguments that you have made. So say it, but say it very clearly, because everyone knows, is there it a valid or not valid? If the points are very valid, and if you are simply saying because you are a rebuttal speaker, our opponent has put no valid point. No, that is not valid. So consider it, which are the statements are valid, which are not valid. So accordingly, you mention each point and refute them very clearly. Then clearly state the logic of your argument. Like, again, that's what I was mentioning. Question it very clearly. Reference specifically the opponent point. Do not. That's where the context and content. If they come with someone, you can ask in a different case. Now, okay, you are referring to just Australia and UK, but how about the other 198 countries or other 200 plus countries in the world? Okay, we are having this discussion in the UAE. So do you have any reference for the local law form? And do not introduce any new points. Okay. Today, the rebuttal speaker suddenly bring up something about 1987 UNICEF 1 million children, one God, which was not mentioned by either of the opening speakers. So in a rebuttal, do not bring any new points unless it is to rebut with another statistic which is opposite to the opening speaker. That is also, you are not explaining it, you are just saying, okay, you referred Australia legislation, but US legislation says this. Have you considered this? That's it. Like, you question it that way, but do not bring the new element to support your stand. Okay. And as a rebuttal speaker, again, do not go back and build the case further on. Case was already built by the opening speaker, and you can consider only those points. If your opponent's opening speaker was not given sufficient points for you to rebut, you can simply say there was no points to rebut at all. That's the one statement you say. Then you can go in detail on the per one. Then again, if at all any points you wanted to explain where you can see the opening speaker was not explaining further, which can be used to rebut the other opponent, then you can say, or otherwise simply you can close. And here, one important thing in the debate contest, there is no time disqualification. Don't worry that you have not spoken for a minimum time. There is no question of maximum time, and there is also nothing called minimum time in the debate contest, and absolutely there is no time disqualification. If you have a point to rebut, rebut. If you don't have a point to rebut, just say that there are no sufficient evidences provided by the opponent's opening speaker, so there are no points to refute. Address the opponents and the audience. And as the debate is getting heated up, we may just go and speak only to that speaker. Remember that it's a contest, there are audience, there are other people who are looking to, and there are very key people who are marking your score. So address audience as a whole. Observe audience response to the opening speech. This is more of when you do it in a physical meeting. Here in a Zoom, the screens are restricted, and still you can see yourself. How are you feeling when the particular point was put? Is it something to agree, or is it there is no logic to agree with it? So you yourself as an audience gauge on that part and use your rebuttal score. Restate your team's position once again. Again, say to the people, especially to the judges, which team are you? We, the team A, or we, the team B, we stand for the motion, or we stand against the motion. Whatever it is, say it very clearly before you summarize it. Then comes summarization. Okay, so there is a sequence: opening speaker, rebuttal speaker, then comes the summary. So by this time, the people who are marking, there is a kind of little bit confusion who said what. So here the person comes and say, okay, we are from team A. We are speaking for the motion. We are from team B. We are speaking against the motion. Then our opening speaker has said, opening speaker might have said about 7, 8, 10 points, but you pick only top 3. Remember, you have to summarize your opening speaker, rebuttal speaker, and your own statement. Then your own statement is not that something you are bringing new point. It is a kind of a quote, or it is the way how you can interpret your opening and rebuttal speaker which was said. So our opening speaker for the topic or against the topic has said this, this. And our rebuttal speaker has successfully rebutted the opponent's point. This. Say the opponent points which were refuted. Don't say the points which were not refuted. So we as a team stand for the motion, against the motion. Say it in very clearly. State your team's position on the topic, summarize the main elements, include your team's rebuttal points, do not introduce new points at all, and end with asking the house to accept or reject the motion, because which are the stand that you are in. If you are speaking for the motion, you request the jury to accept the motion, or if you are speaking negating the topic, say that it's like kind of appeal the same. Now, there was another point which I observed in today's contest, especially the debate thing. Do not rebut the rebuttal. This choice or this chance will come only for the rebuttal speaker who is in team A or team affirmative. Please be mindful that you are rebutting only the opening speaker's remark. Do not take any points from the rebuttal speaker and start rebutting or building the case further. And now this is how you will be judged. Your content is 70% and your delivery style is 30%. What is content? Debate content. Did you understand the debate topic very clearly, or you went on to different one? Again, if I have to quote today's one, there was something called intentionally or willingly. There is nothing called intentionally, willingly, the crime. If someone does intentionally, willingly, no one else will held responsible except the accusee. Okay, so how you build the case? You structure your organization, your supporting material. Remember your supporting material. That is what the research content which has come in picture. That's how you will be scored. Then the second thing is value to the audience. Are you just speaking for the sake of speaking, or is there real logic and the ideas and the conviction that you are giving a thought-provoking thoughts by your opening or closing or a debate, rebuttal, whatever the role that you are doing? This has to be considered. Then effectiveness, team coordination, opening remarks and rebuttal and conclusion. This is very much evident for the conclusion speaker or the summary speaker and opening speaker based on the understanding. When you are rebutting, it is a little gray area to know the effectiveness on the team coordination, but it will come the way how you understand the topic and how well you are rebutting to the opponent speaker without opening it further or without bringing the new points. Then coming on to the delivery, your voice, your manner and your correctness. Voice, we all know that we need to have a pitch, volume and all other factors, flexibility. Then mannerism, directness and enthusiasm. Here comes, sometimes when we see the topic, we may agree to the topic without any doubt, but we were on the team negating. We believe that statement so close to our heart, but we have to speak, no, it's not true. What happens that time? Generally, our energy is very much evident through our eyes and face. So your conviction is very much clearly seen. Believe that what the stand you have, you are believing on that stand for the sake of debate. Okay, your personal intentions, your personal beliefs has nothing to do the role which you are playing. When you have that one, then will come out this one. Now, when you are opening the case, you need to have that pleasant face with a very concern on the topic on either side that you are talking. Why you are bringing so much support? Like here, when you think of it, it's a children's welfare, it's a society welfare. It is where a good society that is coming on, that you are wanted everyone to be accountable. Like, bring up all those concerns within you so that the enthusiasm and the directness will come into picture. Now, when you are rebutting, remember that it's a rebutting, it's a fight. Okay, you need to have that aggressiveness. Have you observed the change in my voice? as I was talking about the opening, you need to be very clear to point number one, point number two. But when it comes to the rebuttals, did you observe the voice change? So you rebuttal speakers, you need to have that aggression or dynamism when you are rebutting. Again, when you are coming to the summary role, you are just like a printer, a complete emotional less. You are not going with the emotion of your opening speaker or the rebuttal speaker, or sometimes you may tend to see what is happening. Do not bring any emotions on your face except that calm face. Okay, our opening speaker said this, our rebuttal speaker has rebutted the opponent speaker points, and here is our summary. So very clear statement. When you have that one, your mannerism, you will score the best. Okay. Correctness, it's about the grammar, punctuation. You all know about it, whatever it is. So this is how you will be scored. And in a debate, in a preliminary rounds or whatever it is, you will be scored individually. So based on that, the further teams will be decided who will be the best rebuttal or best opening or best summary speaker. Now going forward, today we have a club contest. On 27th, we will be having a division contest. There is no area contest for the division debate contest. We are going directly on the division contest. Being the virtual format, it's a blessing in disguise. Last year we had at district level. Otherwise, debate contests are generally at division levels only. So our Division K contest is on 27th November, Friday. We have 16 clubs in the division. So first round, the preliminary round, you will be giving the topic on 13th, the Friday. That day you will know which topic that you are speaking and which side you are speaking. Will you be speaking further topics or against the topic? Then you have kind of 2 weeks preparation towards your debate. On the debate, if you are going further, each round you just get only 20 minutes of preparation time. After, during the 20 minutes and after the 20 minutes, you will be in a breakout room monitored by the sergeant arms, so that you are not accessing any further gadgets to research beyond the 20 minutes to give a fair chance to everyone. Okay, so and timing, we all know it's 3 minutes. 2 minutes you will get the green, and 2 minutes 30 seconds yellow, and 3 minutes red, and you will be put mute with 10 seconds of grace. And 1 second. For summary speaker, it's 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds, and 2 minutes. Now going further, this is 15 minutes. It's mentioned here. I just confirmed with our Division K Assistant Director PQD, DTM Venkatesan. He mentioned it's 20 minutes for going further on 27. So teamwork makes the dream work, which is very key when it comes to debate contest. And here is brief about the debate.